The end of TikTok is going to be more devastating to its users than Vine. Here's how.
We're looking at TikTok. We may be banning TikTok. We may be doing some other things.
Trump issued an executive order late Thursday, August 6th, to address the threat posed by TikTok, prohibiting U.S. transactions with the platform's parent, ByteDance. In this video, we'll show you that the end of TikTok is going to be more devastating to its users than Vine. Here's how. This is Trending's finest. In a sweeping declaration aboard Air Force One, Trump said to reporters, "As far as TikTok is concerned, we're banning them from the United States." Stay tuned as we reveal how this impacts the world, your tech, and most importantly, you.
Looking at TikTok, we may be banning TikTok. We may be doing some other things. There are a couple of options, but a lot of things are happening, so we'll see what happens. But we are looking at a lot of alternatives with respect to TikTok.
This move greatly affects global trade relations. In its response to the executive order, TikTok highlights how this executive order risks undermining global business trust in the United States' commitment to the rule of law. They go on to say that it sets a dangerous precedent. "We will pursue all remedies available to us in order to ensure that the rule of law is not discarded and that our company and our users are treated fairly. If not by the administration, then by the U.S. courts." If the U.S. government continues to scare away China-based companies like this, Chinese tech firms may have to choose between totally letting go of the strong U.S. consumer market or selling themselves out to a U.S. company just to negotiate security concerns. Case in point, software giant Microsoft has confirmed it, along with some other companies, is in early talks to acquire the short-form video service in a deal that would involve Microsoft owning and operating TikTok not only in the US but in Canada, Australia, and New Zealand too. This move could appease the Trump administration and anger Beijing, for it could lead to more U.S. companies buying and operating Chinese-founded apps or force Chinese tech firms eyeing U.S. expansion to look elsewhere. What's scarier is how this ongoing trade war with the two economic superpowers is dividing the world into pro-China and pro-U.S. camps of nations. Long-term, this could lead to the economic event of decoupling, the large-scale severing of the U.S. and China's entwined supply chains, financial systems, and internet. Already, many of the obvious alternatives to the U.S. market have expressed similar skepticism regarding Chinese tech firms. India stopped the massive growth for China when its government banned 59 Chinese-owned apps, including TikTok, at the end of June. In Japan, some lawmakers plan to submit a proposal to the Japanese government to restrict the use of TikTok and some other Chinese apps over data security concerns. Likewise, British Member of Parliament Neil O'Brien expressed concern over TikTok establishing offices in London and said that the UK government should first conduct a security review on the tech company. London has been reported to be one of the cities being considered for TikTok's global headquarters. Conversely, the fast-growing market of Southeast Asia seems to be on China's side. Indonesia, the world's fourth most populous country with a young population and a growing number of internet users, is already a big market for Chinese apps. Key factors here are the strong diplomatic ties between Beijing and Jakarta, and China being Indonesia's largest trading partner. That's the larger impact of the ban on a global scale. Stay tuned to see how the end of TikTok can potentially impact your and your family's privacy. The withdrawal of transactions with American companies will impact app stores, cloud services, and high-end hardware. This could be done by ordering Apple and Google to remove the app from their online stores. Another move could be to do what they did with Huawei, adding TikTok's owner ByteDance to a Commerce Department entity list and forbidding U.S. firms from working with it. That would prevent new downloads of the app, and existing users would be prevented from receiving notifications and installing updates, although they would still have the app on their devices. Another very big brother alternative would be to force local internet service providers to block access to TikTok servers. This would not only block the apps, but also prevent TikTok's videos being viewable via its website, even stopping a virtual private network from circumventing it. This is what India did when it banned TikTok and dozens of other Chinese apps. This may lead to people resorting to controversy-laden Facebook yet again. The ironic criticism of TikTok is that the government is worried that the data it collects on its U.S. users could end up in the hands of the Chinese government, although TikTok has said it stores its data outside of China and that it would resist any attempts by Beijing to seize the information. This is especially striking since the significance of the timing of Trump's action coming the same day as Facebook launched its TikTok rival Reels in the U.S. has not been lost on anyone. Facebook, arguably being the largest tech giant of the 21st century, has time and time again failed to ensure privacy for user data. One only needs to recall the scandals relating to Cambridge Analytica, the EU GDPR, General Data Protection Regulation, the Brexit campaign, and the 2016 U.S. presidential election. Due to this, thousands of Americans, including famous writer Stephen King, have quit the questionable social media platform. One may see the situation as TikTok being the victim of its own success. It was growing at a rate only a once-in-a-century pandemic opportunity could provide. Millions around the world took to the video sharing app to share viral trend after viral trend, with it becoming the first Chinese social media app to genuinely compete on a level playing field with the industry giants. It also incurred the wrath of said industry giants and their powerful political allies. With 738 million downloads, 46 million of which are in the US, the app was the world's second most or fourth most downloaded non-gaming app of 2019, only behind various Facebook entities in either case. US users open TikTok an average of 8 times a day, with sessions averaging just under 5 minutes. Up until the end of 2019, TikTok counted a total of 1.65 billion downloads. 2019 downloads account for 44% of the total downloads. In terms of TikTok's U.S. user base, Reuters reported a figure of 26.5 million in November 2019. Marketing Charts TikTok data, March 2019, finds over 50% of TikTok users in the U.S. are aged 18 to 34, with a nearly even split between 18 to 24-year-olds and 25 to 34-year-olds. The quarter of U.S. TikTok users aged 45 to 64 show its universal appeal even to older generations. The TikTok account with the highest number of followers belongs to American singer and social media personality Lauren Gray, who with 38 million followers as of January 2020, outranks TikTok itself with 36.5 million followers. It seems as if many TikTok users who gain fame view the platform as a springboard to more conventional types of fame, which is probably linked to the superior earnings potential on offers. The second most followed individual is also American Zach King with 31.9 million followers, who specializes in digital sleights of hand, who interestingly enough started his career on Vine with around 4 million followers and 1.4 billion views. While Vine once boasted a commanding lead over other social video apps, unlike TikTok, it failed to keep pace as competitors added features, something that ultimately drove its biggest stars away. Working a continent apart from their parent company, Vine's small New York-based team struggled to grow its user base or find ways to make money. After Snapchat and Instagram grew into hundreds of millions of daily users, marketers' interest in Vine dropped significantly, which sealed the fate of the forgotten app. Let's just say there was minimal love lost in the departure of Vine from the US and global market. TikTok, in a blog post on Friday, also called on the 100 million Americans who love our platform to express your opinions to your elected representatives, including the White House.
Trump is banning TikTok tomorrow. Harry's doing cartwheels in the fucking back. So, honestly, fuck Trump.
TikTok's getting banned as early as of tomorrow.
You have the right to be heard, it said. What are your thoughts on all of this? Comment down below so we can talk about it some more. If you enjoyed this video, you should check out our other video. TikTok, is the security threat real? Where we go into detail about how TikTok can potentially spy on all of us and our families. This is Trending's Finest.